Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Tuplex. I added a train to bring in more oil. If you want the details on how that was done, I did a standalone tutorial for setting up a separate train system. Watch the last video. If you're not too interested in trains, then don't worry about it. That video contained nothing except setting up the train. All right, but to make a long story short, we are bringing in plenty of oil from over here. I've set up quite a few pump jacks. We won't run out of oil again. The refineries are all running at full speed. We're filling up with petroleum, which is fantastic, and plastic is going gangbusters. I did have to add more coal because I was running out of coal again once I got the oil situation fixed. So I split this off. I upgraded the rest of this belt to red. I also got rid of this thing where I was pulling coal off of the end of the stone brick line. So I just got basically a dedicated red line all the way up to the plastic area. So we're making plenty of plastic now. Red circuits are doing great, it appears. Although it looks like we are kind of running short on plastic up here. I don't know. It looks like they're all running. So I think we're fine. Also, during the break, I did some additional research, and you can notice I'm running very fast now. Basically what I did is I created power armor, which is this item here. Takes processing units and electric engines and steel. I made one of those. I made a portable fusion reactor, which takes a lot of blue circuits, but I think is totally worth it. I made 2 exoskeletons, but I found out I only have room for 1. And I made night vision goggles. So if you right click on the power armor, you can see that I put the fusion reactor in there. I was hoping to put 2 exoskeletons for extra speed, but there's no way to fit it in. So in order to get that one, I would need to upgrade to Power Armor Mark II, which, as you can see, are extremely expensive. I think it's not really going to be worth it in this playthrough. So I think what I'll do is I'll just be satisfied with 1 set of legs for now. And then I'll put the others here in case we decide to use those later. And we'll put the extra stone that I don't need in there. Get that out. Okay, so we've got plenty of oil. We're making rocket fuel, I assume. I haven't checked on it in a while. But yeah, we're still making rocket fuel. We're still liquefying coal. We can see that the belt's backed up. We've got some buffered in the chest. Okay, so what we need to do now is start making the other rocket parts that we need. So let's go ahead and do that. Now on the rocket fuel, we set this up with 20 assembly machines. So I'll just use 20 for the other stuff that we're going to need as well. That'll be kind of our baseline ratio. So the next thing I'd like to start producing are the low density structures. And those take a heck of a lot of steel, copper plate, and plastic. And then we'll also need to make rocket control units. And what I'll do at this point is we'll make, let's see, again, a space of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so the first one is going to go right there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both of those things on opposite sides of the line so that we can just have them feed onto a single belt. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10. No, but it was 20, right? Yeah, 10 per side. So we're going to need 20. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, so these are going to be low density structures. I might have to reroute that that pipe there. And then we'll do another set of 20. And these are going to be rocket control units. So let me just copy that. We'll put all these down. You can see how things go much quicker with this power armor. Now, again, if this was going to be a longer game, I would also be making personal roboports and construction bots. But I'm not going to do that as part of the standard tutorial series. What I will do, however, is I'll make a standalone tutorial after we've launched a rocket to show you how to get construction robots and how to use them, in case you're interested in that. So let's bring this over one more. What I'm doing here is just rerouting this this oil pipeline so that we don't interfere with this. Okay. All right, that looks good. And then I'm also going to, all right, well, we've finished all the mining productivity that we can get. In order to continue getting more mining productivity, we're going to need space science packs, which we can get by launching rockets. So for now, we're going to quit that. I would say that the next useful research, we need solar energy, because we're actually going to need to make solar panels in order to make a satellite. So let's go ahead and get that research done. And then we can do like stack inserter bonuses and some things like that. But I will say that for the most part, we're pretty much done with research. I don't want to do a lot more because once we start making these items, we're going to be consuming a lot of resources and copy paste. There we go. And so I want to, at this point, we're basically going to dedicate our resources to making rocket parts rather than doing more research. Okay, so I'm just going to grab some iron plate. I want to get some steel as well. Grab a little bit of steel off the belt just so I can handcraft things as needed. Let's get rid of this steel barrel. I don't need that. Those assembly machines I can convert into regular ones. Let's grab some iron. And then I want to get, I think I'm doing okay on belt. I do need some splitters. I need some undergrounds. I need power poles. Let's grab some pipe. I'm doing okay on lights. Okay. Inserters. I could use more yellow inserters as well. So let's get some of those. And we'll get the long ones as well. Okay. So I think I got everything we need. So the low density structures, as I mentioned, those are going to take steel, copper, and plastic. it's 10 steel and then 5 copper, 5 plastic. So I think what we'll do is we'll do 1 belt of steel. That'll be a yellow belt. And then we'll do 1 yellow belt with combined plastic and copper. So that'll be fairly easy to get set up. All right, let's get our power in here. All right, so let's just start by running 2 belts down the line here. And then we'll put our inserters. Okay, now these take 30 seconds and we need to bring in 20 items, so yellow inserters will do the job, no problem. All right, so we'll put the yellows for the near belt, which is going to be the steel. And then we'll put reds for the far belt, which is going to be the plastic and copper. It could really be either way. Either belt is going to be pulling 10 items every 30 seconds. Okay, and then we'll put yellows on the output. Since it's only 1 item every 30 seconds. Okay. So let's bring in our steel first. Right there. Oh, let's see. Right there. Actually, let's start up here. Steel is going to come over here. There we go. All right, and then the other one is a combined belt of copper and plastic. I do have this power pole in the way, so I'll set up those belts like that. Let me just make sure that we've got everything else we need for satellite. Solar panels, accumulators. Let me make sure that we can make accumulators. I don't recall if we've researched that. We have. Okay. So for now, I'm not gonna do any more research. That way we can save all of our resources for making the rocket parts. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to move this power pole out of the way. So let's just put one here, and then we'll put another one right there. And then we'll put our lights to keep that consistent. And then in this case, we can do that there to save belt. Okay, so plastic and copper is what we need. Now the plastic we have right here. And the copper, of course, we're going to have to get from farther up. Okay, so plastic is red belt. And actually at this point, we don't need any more plastic, so I'm just going to go ahead and dump the belt down there. I'm not going to use a splitter. The same, actually I'm not sure if the same could be said for steel, so we'll leave steel the way that it is. All right, and copper, I am going to use a splitter because I'm not confident enough to say that we don't need any more copper. But anyway, it'll be more than enough for a yellow belt. Okay, speaking of yellow belts, let's set up our output, and we're all out. So let's go grab some more yellow belt, and we'll finish that off. And then we'll start working on the rocket control units. grab some undergrounds as well. Okay. Another great benefit of the power armor, as you can see, we get more inventory slots than we do with the light armor that we were using previously. So that is a great benefit indeed. Helps us carry more junk around with us. Okay. So since I'm going back down this way anyway, we might as well put in some inserters while we're at it for our rocket control units. And we'll put in our power poles. And then we'll come down again with the lights. Okay. And then let's run this belt up to the rocket itself. Is that good? Yep. Okay. And then we can bring this up here, over, and right there. And then we'll put a fast inserter. Okay. I'm not going to put a chest there just because we're not going to have much time to accumulate material like we did with the rocket fuel. Alright, so this needs blue circuits to begin with and speed modules. And speed modules, as we know, need red and green circuits. So we're going to need all three circuit types coming down here. And what I would like to do is have a belt come in like that with our blue circuits. And those blue circuits I would like to be on the right side of the belt. So let's get that set up first of all. Alright, so right side of the belt. How can we achieve that? Well, we can achieve that by doing this. All right, I'll leave that splitter there. I don't know that I need it, to be quite honest. So actually, let's just not even use it for now. Actually, you know, another way that we could do that is to side load onto the underground belt. And that'll work once the, well, that'll work with that side. Let's watch this one. Once we get some more coming through here, what'll happen is they'll side load, and then it'll only take that half of the belt. But I think that's a little bit better solution. Okay. All right, and then what we'll do is we'll set up another row of assemblers. We'll leave a space of 3. All right, and then these assemblers will make the speed modules. Now these are created every 15 seconds, whereas these are every 30. So we actually will be fine if we have, pardon me, if we have one speed module assembler for every 2 control unit assemblers. So we could do this. And in fact, we could even set this up so that they insert directly. And then at that point, it won't really matter which side of the belt the blue circuits use. Okay, so those will be speed modules. And then what we'll do is we'll use underground yellow belt to bring the blue circuits down. Oops. We'll just link those up. Okay, and then we'll put a yellow inserter there to pick up the blue circuits. Of course, this also could be like that, and in fact, I would prefer to do that just to maintain consistency. Sorry about that. So we'll just do that again real quick. Again, this is merely a cosmetic issue. You can put the inserters wherever you want as long as they can grab the items that you need. I just like to have the same setup throughout the base. Okay, and then we will have a combined belt of red and green circuits coming here. Okay, but let's first power these up. Yeah, and I think I can just put one power pole in the center of each one, like this. With a yellow inserter, like that. That one should be there. All right, and then we'll put a few lights in, like that. Okay, and then we just need to bring down the red and the green circuits. All right, and I'll just dump that in there. Just like that. And it looks like our plastic production has again ground to a stop. We've got no petroleum. Why is that? How's our oil supply? Oil supply is full. Ah. What is going on here? Huh. For some reason, oil is not traveling through that pipe. I'm not sure why. Oh, it's because that is an underground pipe, not a straight pipe. There we go. And I didn't finish that either. Okay. Well, that was obviously a bit of a mistake, but hopefully that should get this running again. Let's go take a look. Yes, indeed. Okay, so plastic is back in action, sulfuric acid is back in action, we got batteries and everything else. Okay, so that was A bit of a goof on my part. Sorry about that. I suppose it'll take a little while for the petroleum to get where it needs to go, but I think this tank will start to fill up again as we get back in action here. All right. Yeah, so the plastic will start trickling up there. And as that happens, then we should get more red circuits. Since we are using plastic as well for these low density structures, I think we can add a few more plastic machines here to try to boost our production. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to do a lot with it because, we're not making, it's not like we're making a lot of extra petroleum here. But we do have plenty of oil coming in. Looks like these are all running full speed. Let's take a look. Yep. Yeah, this is running full speed. These are all running full speed. The other oil is not accumulating, at least not much. All right, we can see the animation on all these machines, which means that they're all running. This one only runs part of the time. Still, it seems that light oil is accumulating. More so than the heavy oil. I wonder if this would help if we had a pump here on the output. Why don't we go ahead and do that? Okay, these are all going now. Now, we do have more oil than we can use right now, so the other thing that we could do to get more plastic would be or to get more petroleum at least, would be to add some modules on those things. But for now, what I'd like to do is add another pair of machines making plastic. So let's go ahead and add that on here. And this will be fairly simple to patch in. Just need to add some more inserters. Like that. Let's see, and then we need to put our splitter back in there. There we go. Get the coal flowing again. All right, so that'll give us a little more plastic production. And then the other thing that we could do is put in some speed modules on these to speed that up. Let's check our power production first. Yeah, we've got plenty of power. So let's go ahead and grab some speed modules. We are producing them over here for the science. So we can go ahead and pick those up. Now there's not a whole lot because we're running low on red circuits, but we'll throw in a few speed modules on the refineries and on the cracking machines, and that'll help us get some more plastic. Let's take a look here. Yeah, maybe we don't need it. Alright, let's go ahead and put those in. Right, so that gives all of these 60% boost in speed. They use a lot more power now, of course, but we're still doing okay on electricity. And what will happen next is we'll start to see the oil accumulate, but we can start to add speed modules into the cracking as well. To help speed that up. Okay. Well, in the meantime, we are getting more plastic, so that's going to help. Let's take a look at how we're doing. Okay. Yeah, so red circuits are starting to look better. Looks like they're all running at full speed. Green circuits are doing good. Plastic is backing up. And we can see that our, really what we're lacking here is, yeah, we're really lacking red circuits for the speed modules for the rocket control units. So I'll spend a little time looking at how we can get some more red circuits out. You know, we could add modules there to speed it up, or we could just wait. There's nothing wrong with waiting. In fact, we're going to have to wait no matter what. It's just a question of how long. But let's go take a look at our rocket base here real quick and see how we're doing there. Doesn't look like we've got enough. Yeah. So we've gotten enough to do the first 2 rocket parts. The next one will be coming here, and I think on the next one we're going to get our productivity boost from our modules. That's what that purple bar is. So you can see as it crafts the next one, once that purple bar goes through, we get an extra rocket part without having to give it more inputs. So that's why we're at 4% now instead of 3. So every couple cycles we'll get another level. And then once this gets to 100%, it'll be ready to launch. Okay, so I'll let this run for a while. I'll take a look at red circuits to see if we can speed that up a bit. And I'll see you at the next episode when we launch our rocket. Thanks again. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.